अनहद पिछले 20 साल से लगातार नफ़रत के सवाल पे काम करता रहा है और हम लोगों ने बहुत सारे कैंपेन्स किए जो नफ़रत के ख़िलाफ़ हैं, लेकिन पिछले 1-2 महीने से हम लोग कुछ नया करने की सोच रहे थे। ये लगा कि हम जब भी नफ़रत की बात करते हैं तो हम विक्टिम्स की बात करते हैं, कभी हम ये नहीं सोचते कि परपिट्रेटर्स के साथ नफ़रत क्या कर रही है। तो कुछ साइकेट्रिस्ट से बातचीत की, कुछ और दोस्तों से, एकेडमिशियन से, इंटेलेक्चुअल से बातचीत की कि क्या ये हो सकता है कि हम एक नया कैंपेन शुरू करें जिसमें हम जो नफ़रत कर रहे हैं और नफ़रत फैला रहे हैं उन तक पहुंच सकें। और उन तक हम तभी पहुंचेंगे जब हम ये समझ पाएंगे कि नफ़रत करने वालों के साथ क्या करती है, नफ़रत जो परपिट्रेटर्स हैं उनके साथ क्या करती है। तो आज की जो मीटिंग है उसका मकसद यही है कि हम कुछ सोशियोलॉजिस्ट की मदद से, कुछ इंटेलेक्चुअल्स, हिस्टोरियंस, साइकेट्रिस्ट की मदद से हम ये समझ सकें कि नफ़रत के कितने पहलू हैं, किस किस तरह से नफ़रत हमारे समाज में पैदा होती है। और जब हमारी ये समझ में आएगा कि कितनी तरह से पैदा होती है और उसका क्या असर होता है, जो विक्टिम है उसके ऊपर भी और जो परपिट्रेटर है उसके ऊपर भी, जब हम ये समझ पाएंगे तभी हम जो एक हम नेशनल कैंपेन के बारे में सोच रहे हैं शायद वो करने में हम कामयाब होंगे। इतना ही मैं कहूँगी। और आज का जो सेशन है उसमें 5 स्पीकर्स हैं। प्रोफेसर मृदुला मुखर्जी उसको मॉडरेट कर रही हैं एंड आफ्टर दैट एवरीवन इज़ वेलकम टू कंट्रीब्यूट। प्रोफेसर मृदुला मुखर्जी एक जानी मानी इतिहासकार हैं। वो प्रोफेसर रही हैं JNU में सेंटर फॉर हिस्टोरिकल रिसर्च में और उसकी चेयरपर्सन भी रही हैं और नेहरू मेमोरियल म्यूज़ियम एंड लाइब्रेरी की डायरेक्टर रही हैं कई साल। सो ओवर टू मृदुला नाउ।
Thank you. It's a very important idea. We all know it inside us that it is so important that what hate does to the victims of hate, not only at the receiving end, but those who participate in it. And it is not an issue that has been publicly addressed. It's an extremely important aspect. It is something that needs to be addressed publicly. And I would like to say that, you know, in the literature on, for example, the study of communalism in India, which has been the basic form that hate of particular kind has taken at a mass scale, at a national scale, there is an understanding of this aspect that except those who benefit from it politically, you know, who get the political power, and all others are really victims. Because the person who actually participates in the violence on the ground, one is usually from the lowest classes of society, usually in India also from the lowest castes of society, and they are really as much cannon fodder as the ones on which they inflict the violence. So at a certain level, there has been this understanding that apart from those who construct the ideology and who do it very consciously with political power objectives and ideological objectives, the rest in some way or the other are really victims because they don't actually gain anything from it. Now here we are going further and saying not only do you not gain from it, it's a self-destruct mechanism. Sooner or later it will get to you. I am not the expert. I am not the one giving the talks today. So my job is only to introduce the subject and tell you that the panel that we have has been very carefully chosen. The idea here is to bring perspectives from different disciplines onto this issue. As Shabnam said, that this is the exploratory stage, where first we are trying to understand the issue ourselves. What are the dimensions of this issue? What knowledge do we already have, which we want to bring into the picture? And then the second stage of creatively working on it in order to disseminate it. But the first stage is extremely important because it is this that will lead to an effective second stage. Because we have to be able to actually finally link with people's consciousness, you have to first understand what's actually happening to them. And that's why today we have a historian who will open the discussion. We have two very eminent psychiatrists. We have two people from literature who will bring in from their own studies and their own understanding how this problem has been seen, this issue has been seen in our literature. And the whole idea, and we wanted also to bring in sociologists, but we had a limit also on the number of people. I'm also apologizing on behalf of Professor Ira Bhaskar, who was to be here today. She's an eminent film studies expert, and she was going to tell us about how this issue has been handled in films very, very sensitively, that this has been seen as to what it does. Well, in other occasion, I'm sure we will have more discussions where we will be able to. In any case, the idea is today also that the speakers today will initiate the discussion, and it is a genuine roundtable where we want all your inputs, both in terms of your reactions, your questions, as well as comments, and whatever you want to tell us about how you think this problem should be handled. And this is not just a formality that I'm doing saying we want your inputs. The whole idea of this meeting is to gather reactions as well as inputs from all of you, also to motivate you to be part of the campaign as it develops, and if you feel that it's something that you would like to identify with and contribute to. So let's begin then. The speakers will initiate their initial remarks, confine themselves to about 15 minutes each, because the idea is we want questions, comments, and then we want you to come back and respond to those as well. So that, whatever is there in people's minds, they can get your understanding on those issues. It's not only you that you're going to speak, and then, the others are going to listen, but they're going to come back, and you're going to come back as well. So there'll be two rounds in that sense for the speakers as well to respond to. Maybe not at the same length, but certainly that's the whole idea with which the meeting has been planned.